Hi Froze, part two of my last video about being transparent before your family versus an audience that you don't know, of strangers online. I was saying that it's easier for me to be more transparent with you, strangers, because you don't need me to be anybody. You don't need me to do anything. You can just hopefully be blessed, encouraged, and motivated by whatever I'm saying. And if not, hopefully learn something, a mistake not to make. And hopefully that's what the Blonde Fro is coming across as. So the Blonde Fro is really to accomplish two things. One, it gives me a creative mind, a voice to be able to articulate what I feel in my heart. I had been struggling for years to figure out if I was supposed to have a full-on ministry, if I was supposed to start a women's group and lead them. It was supposed to be a Bible study group. I knew God was calling me to do something, but I didn't quite know what it was. And in my prayer time, in my time of trials, in my time of challenges and great depression, I have learned that we have a spiritual mind that we hear from and hopefully listen to and are in tune with. But then we also have this natural mind that lives here on earth and has to deal with and function in the things of the earth. And we have to learn at some point, when we get to the point where they cross paths and they don't quite line up, we have to figure out how to get them back in alignment. And oftentimes that causes depression because we are battling. It's our first Adam versus second Adam. They are battling darkness and light, goodness and evil. And so that's just something that we're born into, and we can't get around it. We have to deal with it. We have to function in it here on this earth. And what I'm learning is that different times in our lives we function in those realms better than others, and sometimes they completely collide, and our lives speak to us in ways that we don't expect or desire. And it comes up and our life spills over into other areas. A thing that we don't address begins to address us. And so we have to deal with the things of life in order to live. And I realize now that it's just going to be one of those things I have to constantly manage. I have to constantly manage my natural man versus my spiritual man, and how those two collide, and how they don't always agree, and how they function differently, and they give me different thoughts. And I need to be able to process through those times without it overwhelming me and making me anxious and taking me out. And so I want you to learn what your thing is, the thing that keeps you humble, the thing that keeps you in fear, the thing that keeps you from accessing your full power. Find out what that thing is and face that thing head on, and realize that the God in you will never take you somewhere that the God in you cannot protect, or that the God in you will not carry you through. If you are there, it is on purpose. It is by design. And you've just got to learn to function there, work through that place, to realize your own real power. And unfortunately, that's just something we don't all want to do at all times. And I get that. I get that now. And that has been my greatest fear. And it has been my greatest downfall. But I'm working on it. Pray for me. I'm trying to get back into my creative space and doing some things that I know make me feel healthy in the natural, because that's what I'm dealing with right now. My spirit man knows that this is all in the plan. This is all a part of my walk. This is all what it's supposed to be. This is all happening with purpose and a reason. And I just got to walk this thing out. So y'all pray for me.